I'm Jeanette Turtle and I'm a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner. And today I just thought I wanted to share with you how I came to be on this spiritual path that I'm on. Now, if I say anything that you don't like, then just know that it's just my own personal experience, and I'm not trying to be any kind of way with anybody. And I know that we all have our own separate beliefs and separate journeys, and I think it's important that we all become less judgmental of each other and more loving towards each other, because we really are just spiritual beings in a human body, having a human experience. So I've always felt quite spiritual, always been connected to it and fascinated by the spiritual realm. I remember back at school, me and my school friends used to be into paranormal stuff, as you do when you're that age. And then after school I always had a pull towards spiritualist churches and going to see psychics and stuff like that. And then I got into hypnotherapy, but I always wanted to go down the spiritual route, the past life regression route, the healing route sort of thing. And I remember in December 2017, I was on holiday in Jamaica with my husband, Michael. And now, Michael's never really, those of you that know him will know Michael's never really been into this sort of thing. But his take on it was, sweetheart, if it makes you happy, then I'm happy. So I think he just goes along with it, whatever I tell him, all my experiences, he just goes along with it. You know, eyes glazed over, just appeasing me. And he knows that I've always been into angels and, you know, anything like that. And if we're out and we see angel ornaments or, you know, angel little things like that, he'll always say, oh look, there's your fairies. And I'll say, no, they're not fairies, they're angels. But I know it was just his little joke that we have. Anyway, it was in Jamaica, 2017. And I've been reading a book. It was this book, in fact. Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss. And I was on the beach reading about Catherine and how she began to channel messages from the life between lives of previous lifetimes that she'd been in, and I was fascinated and I was so jealous, you know, and she'd been up to this place in the life between lives, and the more I read it, the more I wanted to go. And I remember thinking, well, if Catherine can go from seeing a hypnotherapist, why can't I go myself? I am a hypnotherapist. So I made a decision. I wanted to go, and I specifically wanted to see the Tree of Life and the River of Souls. So I remember that night, laying in bed, he was asleep. And I thought, right, I'm going to do it tonight. You know, it's peace and quiet, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go. But I know I need to somehow get out my body before I can go up there. So I've been Googling all day what I need to do to get out of my body, for my spirit to get out of my body. And I'd read that I need to imagine a rope or some sort and pulling myself up. So I'm laying in bed, all relaxed and calm, and imagining there's a rope above me and pulling myself up. I kept trying and trying, thinking, am I up now, you know? And it was different to what I imagined it would be. But at one point I thought, I'm up, I'm out of my body, my soul's out of my body. What do I do now? I thought, I know from reading the books, I need to look for a light. So I'm looking around, laying there, you know, in this bedroom in Jamaica, looking round, looking up, and I seen a light. But then it's the fear of the unknown, isn't it? I started thinking, oh gosh, what's going to happen if I go towards that light? You know, am I doing the right thing? Should I be out of my body? I don't know what to do. So I thought, calm down, Jeanette, just call on your spirit guides. And that's what I done. I called on the spirit guides, and I didn't see them, I felt two arrive. And one started talking to me, and I said, are you my guides? He says, yes, I'm your main spirit guide. And he said his name, and at that point you say to yourself, I'm going to remember that name, I'm going to remember it in the morning. And then there's another guide with him, I don't know who that was, and he says, we'll take you to where you want to go. So I felt a pull, as though each one grabbed my wrists, and I was pulled up towards the light. Then it felt like I'm speeding through this light, and then it felt like I was just pushed through, sort of thing. I was just in like space. That's all I can describe it. I don't know. And then I looked round to the side, and I seen the river of souls. All the little, like all the twinkles of the souls going down, twinkling, like so it formed a river. And behind it was what I can only describe as a massive, 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 massive thing of energy, just white, pulsing energy, and all these souls sprinkling down in front of it like a river. And it was absolutely amazing. And I remember I was standing there looking at it, and I was just like, I'm here, I'm here. Oh my gosh, I'm at the river of souls. And then I remember going, and now that's not something I do in real life, I want to see the tree alive, I want to see the tree alive. And my heart was just pumping, full of energy, full of all this love. I can't describe it. I want to see the tree alive. And then again, it felt like my wrists were both pulled along, whizzed along. I stopped again in front of a massive tree alive. And it was just all glowing, sparkling. I don't know. It was just all energy. It was made out of energy, this tree of life. And I remember again, I'm here. Oh my God, I'm really, really here. It's energy. And I remember reaching out and putting my hand through to check it was energy. And I was just flapping again. And then I think, fear of the unknown, I sort of panicked. And I said, I want to go back, I want to go back, I want to go back, I need to go back. And then I couldn't remember any more of it. Next morning, hubby wakes up. He says, Jeanette, I've got something to tell you. I had an experience last night. And I had completely forgot what had happened I had. And I'm like, experience, dream? What? What are you on about? Come on, what's going on? Tell me. And he says, no, listen, you're gonna want to hear this. He says, I turned over to give you a cuddle in the night. He said, and you had like a mist coming out your body, just floating up. I said, what do you mean I had a mist? Didn't you check and see if I was all right? He said, I turned over and rubbed my eyes to make sure I weren't seeing things. And I turned back, and up in the corner of the room with two of your fairy things. And as soon as he said that, it all came back to me. And I said, oh my God. I said, when you said you seen the mist, it must have been when I was trying to leave my body. I said, and then I called my spirit guides and two came. So that must have been what you seen in the corner of the bedroom. And I just felt that same feeling that I had the night before, that overwhelming flood of love inside me again. My heart was just pulsed, and I couldn't stop crying. Just not horrible crying, just love. Just love. And it's like, I know now that they woke him up for a reason. They woke him up to prove that I don't talk and that I'm not completely woo-woo. And they also woke him up to see them, to prove to me that it wasn't a dream, that it really did happen. And all of you who have met my husband, you'll know that he's just so down to earth. And even now to this day, he knows, but he don't like to admit, you know, that it is true that there is more to life than what we see. There is more to life than what's going on around us. And it's like we all have our own spiritual paths, and there's no right or wrong. You're just exploring yourself as you go on your spiritual journey. You're exploring the meanings and the deep feelings within you. You know, you're connecting with your higher self and within your environment. It's all about how you react to things. Spirituality, it's a lifetime journey. And everyone we meet along the way, I totally believe we meet them for a reason. You know, they might be in our lives for a few minutes, or they might stay in our lives for a few years and then go, or they might stay in our lives for a lifetime. But everyone we meet for a reason. Everyone who comes to me for a quantum healing session, they've been brought to me for a reason. We were supposed to meet. You know, and you're all going to find your own journey. You might be into yoga, crystals, Reiki. It's a whole range of things. But trust in yourself and just enjoy your own spiritual journey, and you'll get to where you're meant to be going. It's like I've met some lovely, lovely people along the way. You know, not least my soul sister, Laura. You know, she's always there, and it's so nice to have someone to talk to about who's on the same level as you. It's so nice to have someone to talk to who's on the same level as you, because there's so many people who do, when you start talking, they just look at you like, oh, what's she on about? But you know what I'm on about. If you're on the same level as me, you know what I'm on about. But yeah, just trust your journey. Because like I say, we all go through different things, and we'll all get where we're supposed to be. So take care, and I'll speak to you soon.